work ourselves into a flow sequence. So a few cues again for kneeling. Try and make sure that you're using, you're kind of distributing the weight through your shins, or feeling as if it's going through the shins, not your kneecaps. When we do kneel later, if you need to put a cushion or something underneath, then please do. And other than that, let's start. Make sure our fingers are spread. So spread your 10 fingers just slightly forwards of your shoulders. And make sure your hips are slightly back so that you can shift that weight through the shins. And we're going to start by tucking up into our cat stretch. So draw that tummy button and sucking it into your lower ribs, rounding the shoulders and letting the crown of the head fall down towards the mat. Tucking your tailbone in. And then when you're ready, just relaxing through the spine, moving into extension. Soften your elbows, looking forwards to the mat. And bringing yourself back up into that rounded position. Try and take the middle of your back right up to the ceiling or the sky. Draw that tummy button up to your spine. And then let your tummy button fall down to the mat. Extend through your lower back. And soften those elbows. Okay, get ready to tuck your toes under. So tuck your toes under onto the mat. Press down through the heels. Press through those hands. Lift up the hips. Push them back and high. And come up into your pike. Hi, Lucy. Well done. Up into that pike position. Coming down to hover. So draw that pubic bone to your navel. Bring your knees down a few inches off the mat. Keep that gaze straight down at the mat, the space between your hands. And then when you're ready, press down through the toes. Press the heels down to the mat. Lift your hips high, push them back and high. Take a breath in. As you exhale, drop the knees back down to the mat again. Draw that pubic bone to your navel and hover a few centimeters off the mat. Keep that gaze straight down in that space between your hands. Once more, back up into the pike again. Push those hips back and push those heels down a little bit further to the mat. And feel the stretch through the back of your calves or your hamstrings. And this time we're going to lower all the way down into 4 point. So bring yourself back to the hover and lower your knees down to the mat. Uncurl your toes, move your hands forwards to the top of the mat, and we're coming down onto our tummy. So bring your thighs onto the mat, kick the hips off to start with. Keep those elbows tucking in. Yeah, and you're lowering your chest down towards the mat. Turn your head to look at your left hand. Okay, and just move your hands lower down your ribs, so middle of the ribs. Press your right cheek into the mat gently. Bring your elbows as if you're trying to place your elbows into your hip pockets of your jeans. And then as you press up through the hands, lift your chest bone. Lift, lift, lift. And we're looking over that left shoulder. Trying to see if you can see your left foot. Okay, so look to that left shoulder. Even if you can just see off to the left-hand side, that's fine. Well done. Slowly bring yourself down again. Try and get your tummy button onto the mat first. Keep the elbows sucked into your hip pockets. And bring that chest bone down. Place your right cheek onto the mat. And we'll repeat that again. So make sure your legs are relaxed, your big toes are facing in. Draw your elbows down to your hip pockets. That takes your shoulders away from your ears. Lift your breastbone as you press up through the hands. Look over your left shoulder. See if you can see your left foot. Well done. And lower yourself back down. Tummy button comes down first. And your breastbone. Great. Turn your head to face the other side. Facing the other direction. Draw those elbows into your hip pockets. So feel the shoulders move away from your ears. Lift up your breastbone. Curling up. Curl up your tummy button And we're looking over our right shoulder. See if you can see your right foot. And when you're ready, come back down again. Tummy button in first. All the way down. Rest your left cheek onto the mat. Just check again. Hands are spread, fingers are spread. Elbows down into your hip pockets. Bring your breastbone off the mat. Curl up further. Curl up your tummy button if you can. And keep your elbows in by your sides, looking over your right shoulder. Take a breath in. Drop the shoulders from your ears. And as you breathe out, lower yourself back down again. Okay, bring your head forwards. Curl those toes under. Bring yourself back up into through 4-point extension, all the way back to child's pose. That's where you bring your bottom onto your heels. Keep your hands forwards, reaching forwards to the top of the mat. Bring yourself up to 4-point and take the back of the right hand and we're placing it through that left hand space and threading the needle and taking your right shoulder down towards the mat. Okay, again, make sure that weight goes through your shins, not through the kneecaps. So just sink your hips back slightly if the knees are uncomfortable and reach as far to that left hand side as you can. Well done. Keep that core tight, don't flop through your tummy. So bring that pubic bone into that navel connection. Breath in. As you breathe out, draw the right hand back. Place your right hand on the mat. Take the back of the left hand and it's sliding over to that right hand side. And you're taking your left shoulder down to the mat. Just shift your hips back slightly and reach as far as you can. Keep those abs working, don't flop. And then when you're ready, bring that left hand back and place it back onto the mat. Good, toes under. Back up into pike. Press down through those heels. Now, if you feel comfortable to, either just try lifting the toes up, so lifting the heels up onto your toes and pressing the heels down, or you can lift up your right leg all the way up as far as you can and stay up on those left toes. So left toes, so left heels off the floor, right foot's up in the air, or just both heels up. Good. Bring that right foot down. Drop the heels down to the mat. So everyone drop the heels down, push the hips high. Press up onto your toes again. Lift those heels nice and high and either stay there or lift that left leg up and lift up as high as you can into that straight line. And your gaze should be in that space between your hands. Well done. Drop that left leg down. We're going to come around and repeat that if you want to try it again. Okay, walk your hands back to roll up into standing. And back, back, back. Bring yourself up into standing. Good. Roll those shoulders. Take a breath in. Bring the arms right up. And then turn them to palms to the outside of the room. Exhale as you come down. Well done. Breath in again. Forwards and up. Nice and high. Palms to the outside of the room. Exhale. Come back down. Once more. Arms forwards and up. Turn the palms to the outside of the room. Exhale. Press back down. Into your roll down. So keep moving down into the roll down. And we are walking out to a full plank position. And when you're set, we're going to do some gentle mountain climbers. Okay, so full plank position. Drop those hips if you can. Draw that pubic bone to your navel. And when you're ready, just take the right knee to the left elbow. Place it back onto the mat. Left knee to right elbow. Place it back onto the mat. Keep that rhythm going and make sure your feet, don't come too close together. So opposite knee to elbow, toes back on the mat. And try and keep that nice line through those hips. If you can check yourself, try not to have your bottom too high in the air. Well done, keep going. 2 more each side, and we're going to move into pigeon pose. So we're going to have that right leg. When that right knee comes to your left heel, allow the right knee to drop to your mat. Sorry, left elbow. Slide the left leg out behind you. So your right foot's in front of the top of your left thigh. And we're bringing our arms up into our pigeon pose position. That's it, well done. If pigeon pose is a bit tricky, so stay there if you're in pigeon pose, that's great. If that's a bit tricky for yourself, just bring your knee in line into split squat position with your arms up and just come forwards with your knee over your toes. Okay, if pigeon pose is a bit tricky, just come into a kneeling split squat position. Whichever position you're in. Okay, so we've got the right leg forwards. So we're now going to imagine we've got that beach ball, deflated beach ball between our hands. Take that beach ball off to the right hand side and reach as far as you can. Keep that core working so you don't topple over. Come back to the center. Bring your hands down. Curl the left toes under. Press down through the hands, lift that left heel. Then press back with the right leg. So you're back into your plank position. Bring the left leg across in front of you. Left foot's in front of that right thigh. Drop the right knee down to the mat. Engage through your core. So bring that pubic bone to your navel. And then when you're settled, bring your arms up into pigeon pose again. Try and slide that right leg out behind you if you can. Again, if that's tricky, just go onto a kneeling split squat position. Well done. Reach up as high as you can. Grow, grow, grow nice and tall. Squeeze the air out of that beach ball. Reach over to the left-hand side. Tuck your tailbone in. To lengthen that tailbone. Push that right hip forward slightly. Push the right hip forward a little bit. Tuck your tailbone in. Good. Come back to the center. Raise your hands down onto the mat. Curl those right toes under. Press down through the right heel. Lift the right knee. Back into full plank position. Now either drop to half plank or stay in full plank, and we've got 10 press-ups. Okay, so you either drop the knees to half plank or stay in full plank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Press through that pubic bone to that navel. Lift those knees up. Work your way back up into standing. Bring yourself up into standing. Draw those shoulders round. I'm going to do part of that again, not all of it. Okay, so work your way down. We're going to try and keep moving a little bit quicker this time. Down into the floor. Press the heels into the floor. Keep your knees straight. Work your hands out into full plank. Good. Into mountain climbers. Alternate. Opposite. Back. Same. Back. Opposite. Back. Same. Back. Opposite. Back. Same. Back. Opposite. Back. Same. Back. Keep going, everyone. If that's a bit much, come into 4 point. And just do it from 4-point and extend the leg. Okay, opposite, extend, same, extend. Keep going in full plank. Opposite, same, opposite. Good, 2 more each side, opposite. Make the next ones the last one each side. Then hold your plank for 5. Let everyone catch up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pubic bone to navel. Lift those hips high. Come back into your pike. Press those heels down. And we're going into single leg pike or heel lift. Okay, so if you're heel lifting, lift those heels up. Draw that pubic bone to your navel. From there, if you're happy to, extend the right leg. Bring yourself up into a straight line as you can. Hold that balance. Good. Slowly bring the right leg down. Lower the heels down. Press down through your heels. Press those hips nice and high and back. Lift those heels again. Stay onto those heels, onto those toes, sorry. Or lift the left leg up as high as you can. Really extend through that hip. Try and get those toes up to the ceiling. Keep the right heel high. Lower down gently. Good. Down to hover. And down onto the mat. Back into child's pose. Back up and forwards and down onto our tummy again. So move your hands to the forwards part of the mat. Draw your front of your thighs down. Keep those elbows tucked into your ribs. Down into extension. Good, 1 extension either side. So bring those hands down to your rib cage. Pop your right cheek right cheek onto the mat. Keep your fingers spread. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. And then press down through your hands. Keep those elbows into your hip pockets. Lift up your breastbone. And we're looking over that left shoulder. Okay, looking for that left side. Keep the breathing relaxed. Breath in. Exhale. Bring that tummy button down. Good. Just check again. Elbows are away from, shoulders away from ears. Turn your head to face the other way. Elbows are being drawn into each other. Press down through the hands. Lengthen your tailbone. Lift the breastbone. Look over your right shoulder. Try and see your right foot if you can. And when you're ready, draw yourself back down. Curl the toes under. Just lift that breastbone into extension. Bring yourself back to 4-point. Okay, well done. From here, we're just going to do some tricep stuff and then go on to our side. So bring your knees together and feet together. So knees are together, feet are together. Take the hands forwards of your shoulders. Yeah. Take your knees away from your hips. You're bringing yourself forwards. If anyone wants to do full tricep press, please do. And from here, we're going to connect pubic bone to navel. Drop the elbows into the sides, into your chest. Take the chest to the mat. Press back up. Same again. Keep those knees away from your hips. Drop your elbows into your chest and press back up. 2. Go for 10. 3. Keep those elbows hugging your chest wall. 4. 5. 6. Keep your gaze straight down at the floor. Try and keep your toes in touch with the floor. Really work that connection through your pubic bone and your navel. Last 2. 1. Spread your fingers. The whole of your hand press back up. 2. Good. Come back to child's pose. Well done. And we're coming onto our side. Okay, so come down onto your side. Line up with your thighs coming straight out from your hips. Knees are at a right angle. And then the calves are in line with the straight part of your mat. All right. Drop down onto your side. Rest that hand, that head onto your bent elbow. Link your fingers behind your head and close your elbows together. And then from here, we're going to take your upper elbow up to the ceiling. Follow that upper elbow with your head. Allow the head to be heavy and fall in the linked fingers. And try and look at that elbow that's rotated out behind you. Open that chest. And come back again. Keep your heels stacked and your knees stacked. Close your elbows down together. When they've closed, open the back up again. Keep your knees stacked, keep your heels stacked. Keep your head heavy in your fingers. And open that upper chest. Good. Come back again. Make sure your head's relaxed. Try not to be too much of a banana shape in your back. And we're going to go into our glutes work. Okay. So let's start by floating that knee up above the knee and your heel up above your heel. Open out as much as you can. Keep them level. Hold it there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Float the knees down. Try not to let them touch. Lift them back up again. And back down again. And make sure your hips are staying facing forwards. Don't let your hip roll too far back. So if you pop your hand that's in front just gently on the floor, it will stop you from rolling back. Well done. 5, 6, 7, 8. Should be warming up. 9. Open that knee up. 10. Hold it up there. Now we're going to take that knee higher than the heel. 1. Just fractionally. Open that knee higher than the heel. 2, 3. So open the top of that hip. 4, 5, 6. Well done. 7, 8, 9. Just focus on opening the top hip. 10. Well done. Now the knee, the easier, goes to your knee. So knee back to knee. Keep that heel high. 1, 2. Make sure your knee's going to your knee. Your heel stays high. 3, 4, 5. Well done. 6, 7, 8. Make sure you're still connecting that pubic bone to your navel. 9, 10. Good. From here, we're going to bring up our bottom heels. Heels are, oh, actually, no, sorry. Let the bottom heel go down. We're going to do a push outs first. Press with that heel, straight leg. Imagine someone's pulling that leg away and out through your hip socket. Then bring your knee up towards your chest. Then let someone pull that heel away. Press that heel away. 2. Bring your knee up to your chest. Press it away again. 3. Back up to your chest. 4. Exhale out. Inhale as it's in. Exhale out. Inhale as it's in. You can imagine you've got a cloth on your knee and you are dusting a coffee table. So you're sweeping that leg across the coffee table and then straightening the knee and pressing out. Pull that leg away. Last one. Good. Bring it back so your knees on top of your knee, heels on top of your heel. Squeeze those heels together. Drop the knees together. and open up again. 1, 2. So your thighs on the floor and your heels are up in the air and your knees are opening. Taking a bit time now, maybe. 8, 9. Now we're going to add those kicks in. 10. From here, keep the heels squeezed together. Kick a ball that's dangling from the ceiling. Squeeze your heels back together. Drop the knees together. Open up. Kick the ball away. Heel to heel, knee to knee. Open up. Kick away. That's 3, 4. Well done, everyone. 5. Try and keep those heels up. If you can keep the heels up, it will keep you working through the hip. 6, 7, 8. Keep the heels up because we're going to do the kicks after this. 9. Last one. 10 kicks. Squeeze the heels. Kick away. 1, 2, 3. Brilliant. 4, 5, 6. Should be a burn of about 8 or 9 out of 10, I would think. 8, 7, 8, 9. Last effort. 10. Squeeze those heels. Drop the knee. Bring the heels down. Well done, everyone. Super stuff. Come up onto your, that's it. Bring it back to life a bit. Come up onto your forearm and bring your bottom leg back onto the mat. Straighten the top leg so it's in a straight line. So your hip and your heel are in a straight line. Press down through your forearm. Lift that bottom hip up. Take your arm up high above you. Good. And then just reach over and push your bottom hip up to the ceiling. So we're trying to create like a crescent shape. That's it. Push that bottom hip up to the ceiling. Well done. As you bring your arm back, lift the leg. Good. And we're going to do 10 pulses up from here. Not down, just up. 1, 2, 3. So don't drop the leg below hip height. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Keep going. 10. Well done. Oh, drop down. And then, oh yeah, come up into our zigzag position. And as we've done a side stretch, we're going to go straight into the one behind. So place your right hand behind you, if it's your right hand. Whichever foot is in front, it's that hand that needs to go behind you. Okay. Bring the other hand up. If you guys, it might be your left. Lift your hips. Push the front hip forwards. And reach back for a light switch. There's a light switch just over your head, or I don't know, a Malteser or something that you're just trying to reach behind you. And the idea is you're pushing that front hip forward. Keep the fingers spread behind you. Well done. Take a breath in. Ribcage to expand and stretch. And then exhale and lower the hips down. And we're coming up into kneeling from here before we go back down to our other side. And we need our band. So we're going to do a little bit of work around our shoulders and our cuff. Okay, so to start with, hold the band in your right hand, yeah, and place it underneath your left knee. So band underneath the left knee. Bring both your arms into goalpost position. So open that chest, draw that pubic bone to your navel, drop the right hand face towards the mat, yeah, and then rotate and bring that right hand back to goalpost position. Okay. Drop the hand down to the mat and rotate back to goalpost position. Well done. 3, 4. This is our lucky cat. 5. Imagine the lucky cats you see in Asian restaurants or nail bars. 6, 7, 8. Just check your shoulders aren't rising up to your ears and keep that pubic bone engaged with your tummy button. 5 more. 5, 4. That's a bit easy. Make the band a bit tighter the next time. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Change to the other side. Under the right knee. Hold it with your left hand. Both arms into goalpost position. Open that chest. Drop the shoulders from your ears. Drop your hand down to lucky cat. Rotate back up. 1, 2, 3. Keep going. 4, 5, 6. Don't forget about those abs. Draw that pubic bone into your navel. 7, 8, 9. Make sure it's got some resistance there. That should be pulling up. 10 and controlling it as it goes down. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Well done. Drop those shoulders down. Now we're going to combine our band work with when we do those reverse hamstring curls, we're working through our quads. No, it's a bit naff, isn't it? Sorry. See me okay? Sorry about that. Right, so into kneeling, weight distributed through those shins. Draw your pubic bone to your navel, have the band through around your back. As we go back, we're going to press forwards. Okay? Good. As we come forward, we're going to draw the band back. Yep. So press, chest press away. Bring yourself back into the reverse curl. Exhale, come forwards and up. Inhale back. Exhale, forwards and up. Inhale back. Exhale, forwards and up. If you just want to do the arms or just do the legs, you can split it down. We're going to start holding it in a second. So come back into reverse curl. Keep those hands forwards. Spread the weight through those shins. Hold that pubic bone to your navel. 5, 4, 3, 2. Ready to drive forwards. 1. Drive forward through the quads. Up with the legs. 1. Recovery. Back and forwards. Same again. Back. Hold that line of your hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ready to drive through the quads. Come forwards. Well done. Back 1. Recovery. Back and forward. Same again. Drop back. Go as far back as you can. Lengthen that tailbone. Draw that pubic bone to your navel. Hold it there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive forwards. Good. 1. Recovery. And back for a 5-second hold. Hold it back again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive through the front of the thighs. Come forwards. 1 more recovery. Back. Forwards. 1 last 5-second hold. So coming back. Hold yourself forwards. Make those quads do the work. Lengthen your tailbone. Draw pubic bone to navel. 3, 2, 1. Drive forwards. Well done. This time, you want to make it a little bit harder. We're going to do a shoulder press as we come back. So now we've lengthened our lever, which increases the load through our abs. Or you can just stick with the legs. Okay, so same again. Arms into lucky cat position. Distribute that weight through those shins. As you come back, lean yourself back. Take the arms straight above your head, as if you were diving in. And then drop them back down to goalposts as you drive forwards. Okay, pubic bone to navel, lean back, meet the hands above your head, as if you're being taught to dive. And then drive forwards, back down. And this sideways on. Same again. Come back, hands above your heads, arms by your ears, arms by your ears. And then drive forwards as you come up. Good. Back again. Bring those arms up to those ears. Lengthen that tailbone. Drive forwards. 6 more. Back, arms up to ears. Hands on top of each other. And drive forwards. Last 5. Back, arms by ears. And drive forwards. Same again. Coming back. Keep those hips, those abs taut. And last 4. Keep breathing. Nice and long. Drive as you drop the elbows down. Last 3. Upper arms to ears. And drive forwards. And last 2. Nice and long. Reach for the sky. Bring those arms into your ears. And drive forwards. Well done. Last 1. Shoulder press up. Leaning back, burning through the quads. And drive forwards. Well done. Okay, let's drop that band down. And we're coming back down into the opposite zigzag. So this time, I went left first, actually. Now you need to think of the opposite way round. So have the other foot tucked into your thigh. Sit up nice and tall. I've got my left arm up. I'm going to take my right hand out behind me. And I'm going to push through those hips, lift the front of those hips up, and reach for that light switch or something on a windowsill that's behind you. Nice and long as you're reaching. And when you're ready, sit yourself back down. Good. And we're coming out down onto our side. Side plank. Bottom leg on the mat, knee at 90. Top leg nice and straight. Imagine someone's pulling that hip away from you. Okay. Bring the arm straight up. Good. Push down through that forearm. Push down through the knee and the lower leg. Lift your hips up nice and high. Keep the toes in touch. Push those hips as high as you can to make that arch through that spine. Make sure the bottom leg is all in touch with the floor. As you bring the arm back, lift the leg to hip height. Arm straight up. 10 pulses up from hip height. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Lower that leg down. Bring yourself down. This time, bring your legs straight forwards from your hips. So your thighs are coming straight out of your hip sockets. You're resting your hands down onto your forearm. Link your hands behind your head. Close your elbows together. And then open your elbows like a clam. Keep your knees stacked and your heels stacked. And open that chest out. And you're taking your elbow behind you. When you're ready, close the elbows down. Yeah. And then open back up again. Try and let that head be heavy. It's just being cradled. The crown of your head, back of your head, being cradled in your fingers. Heels stay stacked. Knees stay stacked. Press them together gently if you need to anchor your hips. And open that upper back. And then bring yourself back down again. And we're ready to warm those glutes up. So bring your hand forwards into the mat. Get yourself comfy. Float that knee, float that heel. right up as high as you can, and hold it there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and off we go. Down we go, and up again. Bring that pubic bone to your navel. 1, 2, 3. Try and check if you can, your heel and your knee stay in line. 5, 6. And it should be really getting you in that side of your bottom, side of your hip. 7, 8, 9, 10. Well done. Get 10 nice and open. Get that knee as high as you can, and then open it a fraction further. 1. Open the top of your hips. You're trying to rotate the inside of your thigh to the outside of your thigh. 2. Inside of your thigh to the outside of your thigh. Your knee is just moving up a fraction more, almost like a pulse movement. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Keep your knee down to your knee and your heel stays high. Open back up again. 1, knee taps the knee and open back up. 2, knee to knee. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I thought my right side was stronger. 9, 10. Well done. Hold it open there. This is where we now have to straighten that knee, push that heel away, and then sweep that coffee table, clean it, bring your knee to your chest. Then press that heel away again, straighten the leg. Pull that knee back into your chest, and then press the heel away, straighten the leg, extend down. 3, sweep across that coffee table, push that heel out behind you. If you're not sure what you should be doing, just push the heel out behind you, and you'll fall into the right place. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well done. One last push out behind you. 10. Excellent. Bring those heels on top of the heels, knees on top of the knees. Heels to meet your heel. Okay. Knee to knee. Open up like a clamshell. Kick the ball away. Bring the heel back to your heel. Close your knee to knee. Open back up. Imagine there's a football dangling from the ceiling and you kick it away. That's 2. 3, 4. Try and keep your technique really good here. Don't get lazy and wobble around. 4, 5. Exhale as you kick. Inhale as you come down. 8, 9. Ready for your kicks? 10. 10 kicks. 1, 2, 3. Keep that bottom heel high. 4, 5. Keep going. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Heel to heel, knee to knee, and lower down. Ooh, well done. Wake that one up a little bit. Excellent. And we're going to go onto our back. And let's stretch those glutes on our back before we move on. So let's cross the leg you've just worked, cross that foot onto the front of the other thigh. So you're crossing at the ankle. Put your hands around the back of the other thigh and draw that knee gently into your chest. Okay. Got your foot nearest the knee, and you're using the back of the thigh to bring that knee into your chest, and you should feel it around the side of your bum and into your glutes. Well done. Relax that foot down. Place the other foot onto the mat. Bring the outside of the opposite foot onto the front of the thigh near your knee, and then thread your hand through the space to take the back of the thigh and draw that thigh into your chest so that you're stretching down the side of your bottom and glute. Gaze straight up at the ceiling, not over your head, just gaze straight up at the ceiling. And make sure the back of your neck is nice and long and not arched. Okay. And place that foot down onto the mat. And let's have both feet down on the mat, hip width apart, a few easy bridges to get going. So arms up above us, feet hip width apart. Yeah, roll that pelvis. So tilt that marble up towards your breastbone and lift those hips up. Press through your feet, lift your hips and gently squeeze your glutes. Keep your breastbone soft and then roll yourself back down again. Really suck your tummy button into the lower ribs as you roll down and uncurl. Let's go through 5 more. Curling up, peeling off your spine, pressing down through your feet. 2, and rolling yourself back down. And back up again. 3, roll down, coming up. 4, and 5. Good, and last one. Stay up nicely on that bridge. Okay, hips are high, lift the heels. Good, and lower the heels. 1, lift the heels, lower the heels. 2, lift and lower. 3, 4, draw that pubic bone to your neck, tummy button. 5, 6, 7, last 3, 8, 9, 10. Well done. Roll down, and we're going into our classic hundreds. So bring your legs to double tabletop. So knees are just in front of your hips. Your hands are down by your sides, as if you've got small footballs or tennis balls under your hands. You can either stay in this position, or you can lift that breastbone, curl yourself up off the mat. Okay, and we're going to bounce those tennis balls up and down. Curl yourself up as far as you can and start bouncing. Bounce them up and down quite quickly. Just gently tuck that chin in a little bit. Lift that breastbone. Keep going. Recheck, lift up a little bit more. Last 10, and stay there when you've done your 10. Whatever position you're in, stay there. Okay, keep your arms out in front of you. Stay curled up. Single leg toe tap. So drop the left toes back to double tabletop. Drop the right toes back to double tabletop. Exhale as you drop. Inhale back. Exhale, drop. Inhale back. Exhale, drop. Inhale back. Keep going. If you need to drop your chest down, drop your chest onto the mat. Keep the legs going. Two more each side. Last one. Well done. Take yourself down. Good. I'm going to take those legs straight up in front of us if you can. And just get the feeling of pointing your toes and pulling your toes down towards you. So the heels are going up to the ceiling. Point the toes. Pull the toes down to your chest. Heels press up. Point the toes. Pull the toes down to your chest. Link your fingers behind your head. Keep your elbows wide. Keep that movement going. So we're just pointing and pulling, pointing and pulling. Keep that chest open. Now bring your elbows into your peripheral vision. Keep the head heavy. Lift that breastbone up. Keep that movement going. Keep those legs as straight as you can. Push and pull. Push up, pull down. Push up, pull down. Keep going. Keep it up. Curl up a little bit further. Stay there, crisscross now. Point the toes, crisscross the legs. One behind, one in front. Small movements, one behind, one in front. Stay curled up or rest your heads down. Keep going. Keep doing that small movement. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Bend those knees. Pull those knees into your chest. This is a rest for me more than you. And we're going to do those small altitude movements. So straighten those legs if you can, or keep them bent, whatever you feel better. Place those hands behind your head. And all we're going to curl up and just try and lift your tailbone up to the ceiling. 1, 2. Draw that pubic bone to your navel. Lift your tailbone. 3. If you can't lift it with a bent legs, just try rocking back a little bit with bent knees. Keep the legs as straight as you can. The straighter they are, the harder it is. And just lift that tailbone. Connect that pubic bone to your navel. Last one. I can't get that anymore. Oh. And down, knees back into your chest. Keep one knee into your chest. Let's keep our right knee into our chest. Let the left leg go. Stretch through the front of that hip to start with. We're going to do our obliques now. So press that left heel out. Take your hands back behind your head. Press that left heel and the back of the left knee into the mat. Just let the right knee move a little bit further forwards. Curl up through that chest bone and take your left armpit to your right knee. Really try and rotate. 1, 2. Pull up as best you can. 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep going. If this is a bit tricky, just bring your elbow across and back down. Elbow across and back down. But keep that leg there and draw that pubic bone into your navel. Really reach that armpit to that knee. Press in through that left leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Little pulses. So pull up as high as you can. 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep that pubic bone to your navel. 2, 1. Well done. Uncurl yourself back down. Just support that right leg to go down to the mat. Bring your left knee into your chest. Hug it in as tight as you can. Slide the right leg away. Press the right heel down into the floor. Back of the right knee. Just give it a stretch first of all. And then relax your grip on the left knee. Put those hands behind the back of your head. Let the head go heavy. If you're bringing your chest up, bring your elbows into the peripheral vision. Curl up that breastbone. And we're rotating our right armpit to the knee. So a real lift and rotation. 1, 2. And as you rotate, think of that connection in your lower core. Well done. Press through that right side. Don't let the right heel drift off. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2. Stay up as high as you can on the last one. 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Keep that spine engaged. 2, 1. Well done. Uncurl down. Good. Whole body stretch. Point your toes. Take those arms up above your head. You can probably see what's coming from here. You're going to practice our roll-ups. So you've got a few choices. You can either come up from this straight position. So if you can think about engaging through the backs of your legs, press those heels into the mat and bring yourself up into a roll-up and then roll back down. Or you can have your feet flat on the mat. Tuck that tummy button in. Tuck that chin in and think about rolling up from here. Or you can use your hands behind the back of your thighs. Still think about connecting pubic bone to navel. And work your way back up from there. And we're going to roll back down again, everyone, okay? So arms out in front if you haven't already. Roll onto those sitting bones. Create that C shape in the lower part of your back. And try vertebra by vertebra. Really draw that tummy button into your lower ribs. Roll yourself down. Well done. If you need a cushion in your lower back, just to give you that little bit of momentum, if you're a bit stiff, pop it in. Let's try a full roll up. If you haven't tried one before, try one. Bring the arms forwards. Lift the breastbone. Really need to work these abs. And bring yourself up. Good. One more back down again. Same again. So bend your knees if you want to. Hands behind the back of your thighs. Work your way back down and hang on if you need to. Last one up into sitting. Arms forwards. Chin in, lift the breastbone. Lift up and curl up as much as you can. You need to hold the back of your thighs. Draw that tummy button in and bring yourself up into sitting. Well done. Come onto your knees. Into full point. Tuck those toes under. Press down through the hands. Lift your knees. Push back through those heels. And work your way back into that ragdoll standing roll down position. And just let yourself hang there for a minute. Try and keep the crown of your head down to the mat. Legs as straight as you can. Maybe you're a bit more flexible than when you started the class. And then start to roll yourself up. Good. And uncurl your shoulders to finish. We're going to pause for today. Can I ask everyone, can you not go anywhere for a second? Can I take a picture?